smile on your face today.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm excited. It's back to work day, right? Everybody loves work, right?
So you got some good work in out in California this offseason?
Yeah, so we got the guys out there for 3 days, and we got them over to my high school town, so that was really nice to get them out there.
Looks like you had a really big group this year.
Yeah, so I didn't keep count, but we had the tight ends were there. So not everybody made my video because the guy who made it, I guess, didn't like some people or something. But we had more people that were in my video. So
people you hired, man.
well, I mean, like it came like recommended. So I didn't know what they were gonna do, but they did a good job. They just didn't put everybody in it.
At this point in your career, obviously you just got paid. I guess what are you chasing at this point?
Yeah, I mean, I'm chasing respect, right? You know, the whole thing that comes with being an older guy is like, it's like I'm known now, but I need to get to that next level and reach that next tier. And I think that starts with probably more touchdowns too. I mean, in my career, I haven't been a big touchdown guy, so that's something that I'm really going to focus on. And so that's my first step, and then like once we get that going, and then we'll start looking in other directions.
Is it about that next tier? Is that like being a number one, or do you feel like you're there and there's?
Oh no. So like I just kind of group it in like, so to me there's 3 tiers of like that top tier. Like there's the 1,400 yard plus, there's the 1,200 yard plus, and then there's 1,000 yard plus. So that's just in my mind like how I group like the best guys like in the league. So yeah.
So you're kind of tier 2.
Well, I'm right below that tier 2. And the thing was, I was on my way to tier 1, and then I got hurt. So, but yeah.
And when you say when you talk about touchdowns, right? I mean, you have put up a lot of numbers. And that's probably the one thing that's been quote unquote lacking. How do you change that? I guess because some of that has to come in the flow of the game too, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a conversation you just have to have like with your play callers and like your coach, like just let them know, hey, like I can finish those plays, and then being able to finish those plays and take it in like for the long runs, which is generally like what usually happens, but just being able to do it more. And just trying to get more like in that red zone game and like there's things that I could do to be better like in that sense and just give them that confidence to call those plays is really it. Yeah.
Last year Anthony was competing, with Gardner for most of camp. Now he's QB1. What do you think would make for a successful camp for Anthony this year?
I think for Anthony is just get back into the flow of things, because every time that I've seen him like this offseason, I mean, he looks great. I mean, like he's in good shape. I mean, he's throwing well. He's all healed up. So really just further learning and more experience. We have 2 joint practices coming up, like which will be good to get that fresh competition in. Preseason games and just get him ramped up and ready to play, because it's been a long time since he's been able to play football.
A lot of times we talk about quarterbacks in relationship to their, like I guess in combination, the coach that they work with, right? Bill Walsh and Joe Montana, whatever. But Anthony and Shane Steichen, what do you think that pairing looks like? What's the potential, do you think, of that pairing?
Absolutely. I mean, Shane really does a good job to play to his players' strengths. Him and Jim Bob, because we don't mention Jim Bob enough, but that guy probably has the most Exos hours logged of any NFL coach, staff member, like whatever. So him and Shane, they do like a really good job to play to their strengths, and he's going to kind of ease him in, I think, and kind of get his confidence going, and then like we're going to let it loose.
He also is a big guy in terms of instilling confidence. You just mentioned that word. Yeah. I feel like, do you think that's helpful in that kind of relationship?
Absolutely. I mean, I feel like,
not that Anthony ain't.
Yeah, but what separates players to me is their confidence. Because like, what separates another 6'4" receiver who may be stronger, faster, can jump higher than you, right? Like it's confidence that like you'll make the play. So like I think confidence is probably the most important thing when it comes to playing high level football.
What kind of advice you have for a guy like A.D. Mitchell in his first training camp?
Yeah, I just say that it's going to be long, and don't let the day-to-day kind of slow you down, because it's going to be a slow, grueling process. Just remember that this is what he always dreamed of. He always dreamed of being like in this spot, and to get used to it because he's going to be doing it for a very long time.
This time last year, you mentioned you kind of had to tell Anthony to just kind of chill, open up, and be one of the guys. How have you seen that grow to now?
Absolutely. He's just more comfortable. Obviously, he's been around more. He knows everybody. And he's kind of a naturally like I don't want to say reserved, but like he's like not a guy that wants to get up in front and yell around. So that's just his like personality. He leads by example, but now he knows everybody, so he feels he can speak more confidently. I've also been kind of forcing him into those roles, like whenever we have a team breakdown, like I'm gonna ask him to get up there and give us a speech or something, right? So just being forced into those roles, because I didn't always like coming up and talking, right? But you get used to it, like when you do it more often. So